everybody. Dave Brown and Corey Macklin here at ringside, ready to go. Hope everybody had a great holiday. We're ready to go with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling. Corey.
Hello, Dave. How are you today?
Doing good.
Good. We've got a big show today. Let me tell you, opening bout, Jeff Jarrett's going to be in here. We'll see him in the ring in our opener today. Bill Dundee and Danny Davis, they're on the card today. That huge Christmas creature, we'll see him again. And to the expiration of time, boy, we've got a well of a tag team bout, don't we?
We sure do. You got the Harris twins coming in here, the Bruise brothers, Ron and Don Harris, and look at who they're going to be going against.
Yeah, the King, Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett. Oh. Look forward to that one. Stay with us today. We got a lot coming up, don't we?
Hey, if we want to have enough time to get that one going, we better get going right now. We'll take a break. We'll be back with USWA action in just a moment. Before we get going in the ring here today, I want to show you some highlights of last week's action in which Brian Christopher was going against Jeff Jarrett, and Brian not too wild about putting up that title. Jeff Jarrett, the Southern title, something he really wanted to gain and to hold. Take a look and watch for a brand new Southern heavyweight champion right here.
Christopher comes from behind Jarrett and clobbers him in there. Throws him hard to the ring railing there ringside. Slams Jeff right into the rails. Picks him up and, reversal here. Jeff gets Christopher. Slams him hard into the railings over here. Picks him up and throws him on top of the rails at ringside, and Christopher out on the floor. Jarrett runs him over to the other side and gives Christopher the same thing. Brian Christopher whips Jarrett in. Look at Jeff go under again. Comes back. Good looking sunset flip. Two, and Christopher up. Christopher up on the middle rope in there. Comes down. Look at Jarrett. Hold on to it. Slingshots him off the top rope over there, trying to get on his feet. Gets up. Christopher gets up and swings. Oh, they trade punches in there. Christopher, Jarrett sends him down. Boy, what a great bout it's been. Jeff Jarrett and Brian Christopher. We're at the 10-minute mark in now, too. 10 minutes past. 50 minutes to wrestle. 10 minutes past. DDT from Jarrett. Covers Christopher, too. And Christopher gets his foot on the bottom rope. Goes Brian Christopher. Comes off the rope. Oh! Mike Samples holding on to Jeff's leg. Jeff gets Samples by his necktie in there. Watch it, Jeff. Here comes Christopher from behind. Christopher's got Jarrett covered. Zeke Rivers is over distracting referee Frank Morrell, overholding him over there. Christopher telling Zeke Rivers, hey, let go and stay down over there. Christopher covers Jarrett. Two. Whoa, and Jeff up at two in there. Mike Samples trying to hold on to Jeff. Jeff comes off. He tried to catch Christopher with the clothesline. Caught referee Frank Morrell, and Bert Prentice just reached over and threw a chain to Christopher over there. Christopher grabs that chain that Prentice gave him. Oh! Frank Morrell sees that chain. Meanwhile, look at Jarrett. He goes in and gets a chain of his own, while Frank Morrell's trying to take that chain Christopher had. Whoa! Frank sees the chain that Jeff's got in there. Oh! Christopher's on his feet, asking Zeke Rivers for the chain over there. Rivers said, hey, he doesn't have the chain. Well, Christopher, he doesn't have a chain. Oh, he finally gets the chain out. And Jarrett pulls the chain out of his own. Now it's Christopher. He got it. Yes, sir. We've got a new Southern.
In the ring right now, you got Madman Hondo, and here comes Jeff Jarrett.
Good-looking robe again Jeff's got over there.
Well, that is a great-looking robe with those mirrors on it and all that sort of thing. Great-looking robe. He climbs into the ring, and did we mention he's got the Southern Heavyweight title around his waist right there as he climbs into the ring? The Southern champion right here in a non-title match today against Madman Hondo. Referee Kevin Christian in the ring right now, and with all the instructions, Jeff hands that great-looking robe outside. I wonder if that was a holiday gift. I don't think so. I think I've seen him wear it before, but it is a good-looking one, no doubt about it. And the Southern Heavyweight title. There, the crowd, yeah, they appreciate it, too, as he hands that out for safekeeping. And we are set to go. First live action here today on USWA Championship Wrestling, and here's Corey Macklin.
Thank you, Dave Brown. We are underway. Jeff Jarrett, good takedown on Madman Hondo. Our first look at Hondo in there. Jeff Jarrett with a good takedown on him. Took him down quickly, too.
How'd you like to get up in the morning and have someone say, hey, you're wrestling in the USWA today? And he says, great, who am I wrestling? And he says, the champion.
Well, yeah, morning begins to be almost a nightmare when you step in there with the likes of Jeff Jarrett. Boy, this guy can wrestle. He can go, let me tell you. Good forearm from Jeff, and takes Hondo down there quickly. Sets Madman Hondo up. Sets him up and suplexes him over quickly. Takes him down. Jeff Jarrett, the new Southern Heavyweight champion. Boy, it's good to see him with it, too. Slams Hondo into the turnbuckle over there. Jarrett whips him into the ring. Hondo comes off. Gets a boot to the midsection. And a DDT from Jeff Jarrett. Boy, what a good move there. Jeff covers him. 1, 2, he gets it. 1, 2, 3. Did not take him long. Jeff Jarrett, there he is.
What is that?
Look at here. Brian Christopher's out.
Christopher out with the Texas title in hand. He's the former Southern champion. He's yelling and screaming something to Jeff. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's got Bert Prentice and Mike.
Jeff Jarrett, come here. Come here, I got a deal for you, Jeff.
This is the former champion here, Brian Christopher.
Jeff, I got a deal for you. Come right over here. Come here, nobody's gonna hurt you. Come here, Jeff, come here. Hey, I know that you said that you would not give me a return title match unless I put my hair on the line. But I got a deal. I got a deal. Hey.
I don't want to hear nothing unless you're putting your hair up.
Listen, Jeff, I got something better than that. I have something better than that. Listen, come here, I got something better, I swear. I swear, it is better than my hair. Jeff Jarrett, right now, I'm gonna make you the deal of a lifetime. Right now, Jeff Jarrett, I'm gonna give you a chance to shave, not my head, but Bert Prentice's head. Bert Prentice's head. Yeah, yeah. The man you hate. The man you hate more than life. Bert Prentice, you got a chance to get even with him. You can shave his head. If you beat me, just put the belt on the line against Bert Prentice's hair. Yeah!
So, Brian, the match is going to be me against you, and if I beat you, Bert Prentice is going to get in the ring and shave his head bald.
Yes! 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 Jeff, how can you pass that up? You hate Bert Prentice. You hate Bert Prentice. It's a chance for you to get even with Bert Prentice. Shave his head bald if you can beat me. If you can beat me. The belt against his hair.
I tell you what, Brian, that deal is just too good to pass up. I'll take it.
All right. Oh, yes! All right, so the match is signed, Bert.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not putting my hair up, Brian. No way.
What do you mean, you idiot? You're my manager. I'm the boss. You do as I say. You will put your hair on the line this week. You understand me? Do you understand me?
If you won the match, you'd be the champion. I wouldn't. I'm not putting my hair up. No, I'm not doing it.
What are you talking about? I said you put your hair on the line. You put your hair on the line. Your hair's on the line. I said it. It stands.
It's my hair. The answer's no. No, I'm not going to do it.
Well, then you're fired. You're fired then. How's that? Yeah, you're fired, so just go home. Hey. No, hold on, Jeff, come back. Please come back. Please come back. Jeff, I got something better.
Your hair.
Jeff, I got something better. Come here, let's negotiate. Come here. Just come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, Jeff, I'll tell you what. Okay? Forget about Burt Prentice. This week, you put that title on the line, I will put Mike Samples' hair on the line. Yes, Mike Samples. He beat up your grandfather. Remember that? He beat up your grandfather. You can get some revenge. You can get some revenge. You can shave his head bald if you can beat me. You just put the title on the line, Mike Samples' hair on the line.
Okay. Boy, you're awful confident this morning. Let's get Eddie Marlin out here and sign this match.
Come on, Eddie Marlin.
Because I'll take it. I'd love to get the chance to shave Mike Samples' head.
Oh, thank you,
I'll
Jeff.
take it. Me against you. If I beat you, Mike Samples' head shaved.
Yes, yes.
Get Eddie Marlin,
Eddie Marlin.
out here. Let's sign this. Let's sign this.
What?
I believe in you. You're a great wrestler, and you can take care of him in maybe
That's right.
2-3
Let's get
minutes.
Eddie Marlin out here.
Right.
He'd love to sign this.
I'm not putting my hair on the line either. I believe in you. I know you can do
Just
it.
shut up, okay? Mike, I know you're a very intelligent man, and I'll tell you what, you will put your hair on the line because I said you will, okay? I am the boss around here. I run this operation. If I say your hair's on the line, Mike, your hair is on the line, okay?
Brian, your immaturity's showing just a little.
Hey, you want your blood to show? You want me to split your lip open, huh? Listen,
Let's
you will
get
do
Eddie
as I
out here
say.
and sign this match.
Well, hey, you're fired. How's that, huh? Huh? You're fired.
You don't have to fire me, Brian, because I quit.
No, you don't quit. You don't quit, big mouth. You're fired. You are fired. Hold on, Jeff. Hold on, Jeff.
Your options are running low, Brian.
Jeff, come here. Hey, just get him back over here one more time, Jeff. Jeff, please come here. Come here. Come here, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. Come back over here. You don't have to put my hair on the line. Listen, Jeff. Jeff, hey. Forget about Burt Prentice. Forget about Mike Samples. Their hair meant nothing. Now, Jeff Jarrett, I'll tell you what, you put that Southern Heavyweight title on the line, I will put my personal valet, Zeke Rivers, I will put his hair on the line. Yes.
Brian?
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Brian?
Yes, he will. He will. He will.
If Burt Prentice's hair and Mike Samples' hair mean nothing, Zeke Rivers means less than nothing. I could care less if he's breathing, much less if he's bald-headed.
What are you talking about, Jeff? You can shave his head.
Who cares?
Who cares? Everybody cares. You better care. I care. Hey, I care. I swear. I don't want his hair to be gone. Oh, I love his hair.
I don't want his hair.
I tell you what. I tell you, I'm not.
No, hey. Please, Jeff, come on. He'll put his hair on the line. Come on, Jeff. If you can beat me, you can shave his head bald all the way down to the scalp.
You're so big and bad. Look at the expression on his face. I don't even know if he wants to do it. Who cares?
He'll
if his
do
hair...
it. He will do it, believe me.
Well, ask him.
Zeke, you'll do it, right?
No, Brian.
That's it. If I say people's hair's on the line, there's my hair's on the line. You understand me? You put your hair on the line. I tell you,
Hey, Brian.
you put your hair on the line. You understand me? His hair's on the line.
Hey, obviously, Brian. Hey, obviously, Brian. He doesn't think. Obviously, he doesn't think that you can beat me.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Zeke, your hair's on the line because you know I can beat him, right? Right?
I don't know, Brian.
I'm gonna tell you what. Don't you know? I run the show. I'm the boss around here. You do as I say. If I say you put your hair on the line, you put your hair on the line. You understand me? You understand? Oh, yes, it will. His hair's on the line. You sign the match. Your hair's on the stinking line, punk.
He won't even do it, and unless I can get your hair at stake, I ain't signing no matches. This guy don't even want to do it. We ain't having...
Hey, Mr. Clyde out here.
Hey, man! Last week was a big fluke. You can beat this big sissy, no problem. I'll put my hair on the line.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I don't need Zeke. Forget about Zeke. I got Clyde. I got Mr. Clyde. Mr. Clyde will put his hair on the line, Jeff. Hey. Wait on it. I'll put my hair on the line. That's sissy. Yeah. I'll put mine on the line. That's right. Hey. Yeah. I gotta go now. Yes. 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 Hey, they'll all put their hair on the line.
I'm the man around here. I'll put my hair up, Brian.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You can beat him.
I knew it. Yes. Jeff, how about it? He agreed. You heard him. You heard it right out of his mouth.
Jeff, I tell you what, we're getting behind on breaks. Let's take a break right here. We're not getting this settled too quickly. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after this. Well, I wish I could tell you this is settled, but it is not. It's still going on. Brian Christopher is still offering the hair of Zeke Rivers. Jeff has said...
Come on, Jeff Jarrett. Are you scared? Are you chicken? Are you chicken? Huh? You chicken? I done agreed to it, and my personal valet has agreed to it. He'll put his hair on the line. If you say no, the whole world will know you're chicken of me. You're scared of me.
Brian, first of all, I know it, you know it, and the people know I ain't scared of you. But what I cannot believe is there would be 4, and I don't know if I want to call them idiots, or I don't know really what I want to call them, because if they want 15 minutes of fame to get their head shaved, boys, y'all got a lot to learn if you're going to be in this sport.
I'll tell you what, you better call them
Brian
gentlemen.
Christopher, most of all, you've got a lot to learn. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to agree to this match.
Yeah!
And Monday night, listen up, Brian. Listen up, Monday. Listen up. Monday night, you bring whoever you want to ringside, whoever you want to call your valet, and their hair's going to be on the line. Because when I beat you, the 3 and who are all the other idiots that I guess you got following you, they'll think twice when they want to put their hair. Now, Brian,
spit it out, Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
What you need to say is there will be a new Southern heavyweight champion
Well, you
this
just
week.
wait.
Yes.
You
It's
just
signed.
wait, Brian.
It is signed.
You know what
Everybody
you are?
has heard it.
Yeah, you're real tough with your pack of dogs out here. But when it's down to one little stray dog like you are, then we'll see how tough you are. And then, Brian Christopher, I'm going to get your hair.
Oh, yeah, that'll be the day, baby. I'm the champion. You've seen it. I have worked miracles. I'm the miracle man.
All right, Jeff has agreed to the match. We'll get a check. Brian, yeah, you're real happy.
You're going down, Jeff Jarrett. No head will be shaved, boy. You're going down.
The match will occur. In the ring right now, referee Kevin Christian has climbed in there, and Mr. Clyde and Mr. Paradise head for the ring. Their opponents are here, too. Hey, they kind of slipped in the side on me there. There's Bill Dundee in the ring, and Danny Davis. These two guys, boy, they really work well together as a tag team. 2 tough veteran single wrestlers on their own. Also 2 veterans of great tag teams. Bill Dundee, the Australians, of course, comes to mind. And Danny Davis, the former Nightmare. I tell you, this is a good group we got here. Going against Mr. Paradise and Mr. Clyde. Mr. Paradise starting.
We're underway, and Paradise taken down by Nightmare Danny Davis. Danny barring that left arm in there, and Bill Dundee and Danny Davis. Boy, good team, as you said, Dave, that we've got here today. Just one of the few good teams that's in the USWA. Championship Wrestling continues, and boy, we've got a lot still in the store for you. Remember, we've still got an expiration of time, which should be a well of a tag team bout. Speaking of tag teams, Ron and Don Harris, the Bruise Brothers, versus Jerry the King Lawler and Jeff Jarrett. That's still to come today, including much more. Stay right there where you are. Dundee comes in, takes out Mr. Paradise. Superstar holding on to that left arm of Mr. Paradise. Paradise gets over there and gets on the break out of that bottom rope there, and Dundee just gives him the boot.
Yeah, Paradise thought he was home free. He forgot who he was facing in there, apparently.
Paradise rolls out of the ring. Mr. Clyde steps in. Clyde coming out of Saudi Arabia. He's a big guy. Look at little Dundee, boy, just takes him down. And when you look at the size, you wonder, how in the world is he doing? Dundee and Davis, that's Clyde out. Big double backdrop on Mr. Clyde. Sends him down. Dundee just gives a boot right across the face of Clyde.
A little minor insult as he's leaving there, just to remind him that he's still around.
Danny Davis working on that left arm. Tags the Superstar. Dundee and Davis. What's Clyde in? Double elbow takes him down. And Dundee goes over and nails Mr. Paradise. Sends Paradise on the cut street. Boy, there he is. And there's Mr. Clyde. He's in an awkward position now, too. Dundee.
Oh, look out. Masters of Terror hit the ring.
Yeah. Led by Bert Prentice in here. Here they go. Interfering in the bout. But Dundee and Davis holding their own in there.
Mr. Clyde helping Mr. Paradise out of there. The bell is sounded, and they're going to lose on the technicality, on the disqualification. What is it? The Masters of Terror. One of them throws Dundee over the top rope, and he's spraying a towel with something.
Well, what in the world is that stuff? Spraying it all over the towel over there while Danny Davis is on top of the other Master Terror, and he smothers that towel on Danny over there with a can of something in that. I can't tell what it is, Dave. But the Master Terror, he's got it all over that towel, smothering Danny Davis with it.
Well, I tell you what it is. I can tell you from the smell of it, and anybody that's ever smelled it knows it's ether. That's what it is. He sprayed that towel with the ether and then smothered Danny Davis with it. Danny is, oh boy, man, all of a sudden when it hits, that, man, that stuff is tough, let me tell you. Ether is what the Master of Terror had sprayed on that towel, and he put it over Danny Davis's face. Boy, many years ago, the baby boomers that had their tonsils taken out, I'll tell you in an instant what ether is, because that's what they used to use in the surgery there. And Danny seems to be all right, but he's not in great shape right now.
Man,
Bill Dundee
that stuff has got to make
trying to help him out. I tell you what, he's not climbing up on his feet there too quickly. Bill Dundee attending to him. The referee is left. I tell you what we better do. We better take a break and let's get some help out here for Danny Davis. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Was the toughest.
Season continues here, but in between times and also after the holidays, there's lots of USWA wrestling action coming up, and Corey's going to catch us up on that right now.
Yeah, indeed. Coming up, Jonesboro, Arkansas is tomorrow night in Jonesboro, 8 o'clock at the Earl Bella Community Center there on Church Street. Big night of action tomorrow night, 8 o'clock in Jonesboro at the Earl Bella Community Center. Now, box office opens at 3 p.m. there in Jonesboro. You can call 932-8885 for more information. Now, they're going to have that special as well there in Jonesboro. Children 12 and under will admit it free to general admission with a paying adult. And not only that, some lucky fan will get a chance to win $50 in cash. No purchase necessary. It's a big night in Jonesboro. It's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Jeff Jarrett's on the card. Jerry Lawler, the Moondogs, Ron and Don Harris. A big night in Jonesboro, Arkansas, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. The Old Belly Community Center. Hope you're there to see that. Then, Tuesday night, Crenshaw, Mississippi. Crenshaw at the Crenshaw Gym there. Sponsored by the police department. Tickets on sale at City Hall. And Girlie's One Stop and F&S Grocery. Also, some fan will win $50 in cash. No purchase necessary in Crenshaw at the Crenshaw Gym. That's coming up Tuesday night, 7:30 bell time in Crenshaw. We got a note on that it's going to be 8 o'clock.
Right.
8 o'clock Tuesday night in Crenshaw. Jerry Lawler's on the card. Jeff Jarrett, ladies match. Moondogs, all in Crenshaw, Mississippi. And that is 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Tuesday night in Crenshaw. Then, speaking of the new year, big New Year's Eve spectacular, 7:30. It's going to be New Year's Eve, December 31st, at the fairgrounds in Paragould, Arkansas. Big New Year's Eve slamboree. You see the big names there. Jeff Jarrett, Brian Christopher, the American Eagles are there. Bill Dundee and Danny Davis, and a free party favors for a lot of the fans there in Paragould at the fairgrounds. That's there at the B.C. Lloyd building. The Nord will also be there. The Nord's going to be there in Paragould, and the advance tickets are at Domino's Pizza in Paragould, Arkansas. Big night, New Year's Eve. Then 1993 is upon us. January 7th, it's going to be Championship Wrestling in Dyersburg, Tennessee. Thursday night, January 7th, 7:30. They're at the fairgrounds there in Dyersburg. All of the USWA top stars are going to be right there for all of the action in Dyersburg. Then Friday night, January 8th, Houston, Mississippi. They're at the Houston Elementary School. All of the USWA top stars there in Houston. That's USWA Championship Wrestling on tour. Tomorrow night, Jonesboro, Arkansas at 8 o'clock at the Old Bell Community Center. Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, Crenshaw, Mississippi. That's Championship Wrestling on tour, Dave.
Big action coming up, and guys coming right here, the Southern Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff, congratulations on the belt and a successful week, and Jerry Lawler joining him, too.
There's going to be a big haircut Monday night, but what we're out here to talk about is the big week coming ahead.
Look at this.
Uh-oh. Dave, you know who that is over there?
Special guest. That's the Noid.
That is the Noid from Domino's Pizza. He's going to be up in Paragould Thursday night at the Fairgrounds Arena. Free party favors. It's going to be a night of family entertainment on New Year's Eve. There's a lot of places don't offer that on New Year's Eve, but there's going to be free party favors, family entertainment, big night up in Paragould. Miss Texas is going to be there. A lot of great matches.
I don't know what happened, but something gave this guy the big head, didn't it? The Noid's going to be in Paragould. I'm going to be over in Jonesboro. We're going to be in Jonesboro, Arkansas at the Earl Bell Community Center. Tomorrow night's going to be a big night. And then Monday night, I can hardly wait. That is going to be great because, like you said, what'll happen to Brian Christopher is when these idiots start getting their heads shaved, I only think it'll take one of them to get their head shaved, and then they'll desert him like rats leaving a sinking ship. Then that'll just leave Brian, and he'll have to put his hair up. Yeah. We'd love to see him bald-headed, I can guarantee you.
And go ahead.
I just want to say also going to be down in Crenshaw, Mississippi on Tuesday night. We're looking forward to seeing all those fans down there. Noid, what do you think? Think this guy could wrestle? I know one thing, you couldn't get him in a headlock, could you?
That's right. Jonesboro tomorrow night. Crenshaw Tuesday night and Paragould Thursday night. Right. Big night of action all this week.
All right, very good. And the Noid's going to be over at that New Year's Eve celebration in Paragould, Arkansas. And I guess surely they'll keep him under control so the pizza won't get cold, huh? We're going to be back right after this. Stay with us. By Bert Prentice and Leslie Bellinger, who are out here for some comment.
Shut up. First of all, I'm sick and tired of everybody challenging what I know as a fact. Miss Texas was born a man. Her name's Bubba Johnson. Eddie Marlin even issued a memo this week, sent it all over the world, trying to cover up this story. Eddie Marlin, you're having an affair with what used to be a man, and you know it.
Will you stop?
Now,
that's ridiculous.
Now,
that is absolutely ridiculous.
Look at Miss Texas. She walks like a man. She talks like a man. I don't think the operation took, is what I think. I think things are slipping, if you know what I mean. Miss Texas or Bubba Johnson, wherever you are, I understand that you and Eddie Marlin want a match with me and Leslie Bellinger.
That's exactly right.
And they're going to call it a mixed tag match. Are they crazy? That's two men against me and this lady.
You stop all of this. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They do want the match.
It's
There's
ridiculous.
No doubt about that.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. I have a friend upstairs in the control booth. I'm going to show you today undeniable proof Mrs. Marlin, if you're looking, watch Eddie Marlin's hands. Watch Eddie Marlin smile. Roll that tape. I'm going to show you Miss Texas in the arms of Eddie Marlin. Look it.
She's just won a match here.
Look at him grab her. Look at him reach for her. They've done this before. It's quite obvious this isn't the first time she leaped. Where's his hand? Where's his hands? Mrs. Marlin, are you looking? That's disgraceful. He's a promoter. He's never held me like that. He's never held Jerry Law. Look at this. 1, 2. Look at 30 seconds. Look how long.
What do you mean 30
holding her.
seconds? You run it in extremely slow motion, and that's a freeze frame right there, for heaven's sake.
That woman that used to be a man. Eddie Marlin, I'm going to ruin you before it's over. I'm going to ruin him dead and stinking because he's not going to get away with it. People around here calling me Bertha, saying I'm a she-it and all this, when Miss Texas is Bubba Johnson, and I had proof Eddie Marlin's having an affair. I'm sick and tired of the whole mess.
Your proof is just absolutely ridiculous. That's what it is. You and Leslie Bellinger definitely need to show up because that mixed match is definitely going to occur. Coming through the curtains right now, I got the Christmas Creature. This guy is big and strange, wrestling under the mask and the tinsel. Bert Prentice greets him and escorts him to the ring. Prentice in his corner, too. Ricky Hayes waiting across the way for his opponent here today. Referee Kevin Christian is right there, and we are just about set to go. And yet another match. One fall, 15 minutes the time limit on this one. Ricky Hayes out of Dyersburg, Tennessee is going to be going against a strange Christmas Creature where he jumps him immediately there.
Yeah, indeed, the Christmas Creature steps over those ropes in there and goes after Ricky Hayes. Christmas Creature swings after Ricky. Hayes went for a flying press in there or something other, I guess. Boy, I don't see how he really could have got the Christmas Creature down in there. He just really flew up into the arms of the Christmas Creature. He went to try to do a takedown on him. And boy, that Christmas Creature just goes in after him hard. What do you want now, Prentice?
That Christmas Creature is a little vicious, isn't he?
The Christmas Creature is indeed very large, very tall, rangy type. Well, yeah, I don't know how tall he is, but he will be well over 6 feet. I mean, well over.
Yeah. Looks to be about 6'8" or so.
Yeah.
Boy, look at that.
Tall.
Hey, he just gets Ricky Hayes, picked him up by his throat, and there's what he done, Dave, and just slammed him down on the mat in there. And
you're talking about a young wrestler in Ricky Hayes, but you're talking about somebody that's got a lot of fight in him, and the Christmas Creature has just pinned him and now thrown him out of the ring. Here's Bill Dundee out to help him up, and Billy seems to be headed this way. Maybe we got an update on Danny's condition.
yeah, I want to see about Danny too.
Christmas Creature still celebrating with Bert Prentice. Bill?
No, you're sick, Prentice. That's what's wrong with you, punk. You're sick.
How's Danny?
Well, he's not feeling too good. He's been a little sick back there, but he's coming around a little bit. Now, this is what I got to say to you, Bert Prentice. I'm sure you mastermind that whole thing. And the one thing I hate is leeches in the wrestling business, and that's what you are. Because you ain't physical enough to do nothing by yourself. So you go tell people how great they are, or you get them to come out and do stuff because you'd like to do it. You would like to do it. You can't even beat Miss Texas, punk. Now, let me tell you something, boys. Danny's going to be all right come match time, and we're going to beat your brains out. And Prentice, if you get close...
Here's Danny.
Man, you all right, man? You okay?
Yeah.
Danny?
Hey, look, come on, go back and sit down, man.
No, I'm not going nowhere. I want to get Eddie Marlin out here right now. Yeah. Eddie Marlin, I know you're back there. Please come out here right now. Please. No, I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying right here. This has gone too far, Dave. These guys, I don't know what. Hey, let me.
Agree with that.
Eddie, come here.
Eddie, I'm sure you saw what happened on the monitor back there.
Listen, this has gone too far with Dundee and myself and these Masters of Terrors. I don't know what they tried to do out there, but if you can just smell.
I did.
All right, that right there smells like ether or something. Now, let me tell you something. Doctors, I'm talking about men who have spent years learning their profession, have accidentally overdosed people with damn ether. Now, let me tell you something. I'm sick and tired. This has gone too far. Those men, I don't know if they deliberately tried to do that. I don't know what they tried to do to me. But this is enough, okay? If I say something out of line, I'm apologizing right now because this is me. This is, and I don't like nobody sneaking up out here on me, sticking something in my face that don't belong there. This is wrestling. This is not something you try to do to end somebody's career or cripple them for life. Do you understand? I've got a family, I've got a wife, and I've got 5 kids that I like to take care of, and I damn sure don't like somebody like you sneaking up behind. No, I'm not going to shut up. I'll say what I want to say. Now listen, when I was in the Orient, Eddie Marlin, I saw a match. It's the only time and only place I have ever seen a match. I don't know what it's called because I can't speak a foreign language. All I know is it's some sort of death match. And this is what I want to ask you. The way the match goes is it's a tag match, and I want Bill Dundee to be my partner because he's the only man that I can trust. I want Bill Dundee to be my partner against the Masters of Terrors. It starts out as a tag match. The best I can remember, I don't know what it's called, Eddie, but when a man is pinned, when one man is pinned, the fresh man, the man that's on the outside of the losing team, has to be put in a cage. Then it becomes a handicap match. 2 men are against 1. And the only way the match can end is if the 2 guys beat the 1 guy, which we will do, and that guy cannot answer the 10 count. I don't know what you call it. All I know is it's some kind of, this is the last. I never, ever want to wrestle these guys again because, except for this last time, this one time. This week, I don't know what you'll call this match. All I know is it starts up. Have you ever seen it?
I've heard of the match. I don't know what it's called either.
It's a serious match.
Yes, it's a serious match, but these guys right here, yeah, well, these guys try to do something to me out here that I thought was very serious. Like I said, I'm a family man. I got a family to feed and take care of, and I don't like nobody trying to, end my career.
I don't know what we'll build the match yet, but if they want the match, I've seen what happened.
I'm not asking them if they want the match. I'm saying, yes, we want the match. I want you to force them to sign this.
If we get beat the first fall, one of us is going to sit in the cage.
We ain't going to get beat the first fall.
I don't know how we'll build it, but you can sit down and explain it to me later. But
the Oriental Death Match.
You'll get the match.
We will get the match.
That's what we'll call it.
Okay.
Oriental Death Match. All right, for lack of it. Okay, that's, we'll do it. Let's see. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll check everything out for you when we return. Stay with us. Well, I tell you what, we'll explain all of this that's over here, by the way, in just a moment, and we're getting prepared for something special. But first, let me let you take a look at 6-man tag team action. Moondogs going against the Harris brothers, Ron and Don. Take a look at this.
Oh, boy, and the Moondog. Oh, the Daddy Clovers made Mike Miller with that chair. Gets him again. Oh, he nails Mike Miller. Mike Miller. Mike Samples is bleeding by the mouth over there. Right after Richard Lee. Oh, Leslie Bellinger. He grabs Lee. Christmas Creature comes in there. He's thumbing away at Law. It's a ring full all over. Oh, boy, Brian Christopher's in there. Looks like I see one of the Masters of Terror. Lawler's being choked by that big board from Mike Miller and the Christmas Creature. Yeah, there's that Master Terror and Leslie Bellinger working over Richard Lee outside of the ring. Boy, it's a ring four all over tonight. Lawler being worked over. Master Terror and Leslie Bellinger on Lee. Here comes Bill Dundee, Danny Davis, and Miss Texas. Whoa! Miss Texas jumps on top of Leslie Bellinger over there. Her and Bellinger go at it. Well, you talk about a wild ball. This is it. Both of the referees wild. We've lost time in this one. There was no one to call for the bell as referee Frank Morrell and Paul goes out. It's a ring full all over. Christmas creatures in there. Mike Miller, the Bruce Brothers.
Well, Eddie Marlin has joined us right here, and you've got a poster for the Moondog Battle Royal. We've got a garbage can on either side here, brand new ones, as a matter of fact, and it looks like a well-laid-in supply of boards.
Right.
All right, now the Moondog Battle Royal. First of all, let's talk a little bit about how this is going to work. Already, I notice there are two names on here. This is the order that the wrestlers will come into the ring.
We'll have a drawing for the wrestlers. The wrestlers will be out here shortly and have a drawing. These two wrestlers will start.
Moondog Spot and Big Don Harris going to be the first two.
And after the first minute, whoever draws number 3 will stop by and pick up a board, and he'll go to the ring. And every minute thereafter, whatever number you draw, we'll find out in just a second what order they'll go to the ring. But before they go to the ring, they'll stop by and pick up a board and carry it to the ring with them.
Oh, my goodness.
Now,
this is going to be a wild one, fans.
Now, there's 2 ways you can be eliminated out of this Moondog Battle Royal. You can either be pinned, or the coward in you can show up. You can either get pinned, or if it gets too hot in the kitchen, you can leave.
Oh, me.
That's the only 2 ways you're eliminated.
Well, there may be some of that happening, too, let me tell you, because this one has the makings. When you give a guy a board like this and head him into the ring, and you got folks like already these two, Moondog Spot and Big Don Harris, you know you got trouble brewing.
You got 16 men in there, and you're going to have the boards and the cans.
Well, now here comes Richard Lee and the Moondog. I tell you what, we might as well just get the drawing started with it. Here comes a whole bunch of folks. Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, Danny Davis, Jeff Jarrett. Richard, I'm sure you are familiar with this situation coming up. We might as well start filling in the spots right here. So, Eddie, you want to let them draw a number, and whatever number, that's where their name goes. Corey, let me borrow this just for a second here. And Richard Lee draws this. Is this for you or Cujo? For Richard Lee, number 3. All right. Okay. All right, we need to get Moondog Cujo in there, right? For Spike. Okay, I beg your pardon. Spot is already on. This is for Spike. Spike is number 9. Moondog Spike will come in 9th. Danny Davis. Danny's still feeling the effects of number 6, Danny Davis. Bill Dundee is drawing next. Number 4, Bill Dundee. Jeff Jarrett. Jeff will be...
16.
Oh, number 16. He'll be the last man to come into the ring.
Yes, sir, 16.
Oh, that's a great number. The King.
I see 2 numbers on
Here
it.
goes that man.
12. Number 12. Another good drawing for the King. And let's see, we need some more people out here. Maybe.
Just a second, I got to get around there.
Christopher, there's going to be a head cut, and I can't wait to get to the ring because I got a board waiting especially for you.
This looks like this could be 16 concussions down there Monday night, or this week rather. I can hardly wait. We're going to bust somebody's brains out. But in some of those guys' cases, you got to have a brain first, so we're just going to bash their heads in.
All right.
Let me say something if I can. They named this thing the Moondog Battle Royal, and there's one reason. For the last year, my dogs have been in some of the baddest battles that you ever want to be in. What happened was, Moondog Spot has been bugging me all day long. He's been bugging me all week long. He said, Richard, please, please let me sing a song. So what I'm going to do is I want to ask Red up in the control tower. Red, please put the PA on over here so the crowd can hear this.
All right, a song from Richard Lee. Another song from Richard Lee. All right, song of the week.
Song of the week. You want to sing, Spot? You want to sing? I want all you you people in the crowd to help Spot one time with this song. How bad are those doggies from the swampland? The ones with the white beard and bones. Well, how bad are those doggies from the swampland? You best leave those doggies alone. Bert, they'll make you a girl just like you wanted. And like samples, they'll rip out your tongue. And when we get through with those Harris boys, they might find enough parts to make one. We got your numbers, boys, and you're ours.
Richard Lee in the Song of the Week, and a little help from Moondog Spot. All right, well, there goes the Moondog Spot. He'll be the first one out, along with Big Don Harris. Here comes another group right here. Bert Prentice leading the way. Yes, you are. Go ahead and draw a number.
Included.
I have to be in this thing?
That's what Eddie said, yeah.
Number 13.
You number 1 and 15.
All right, 15. Terror number 1 is number 15.
Number 5 for pair number 2.
All right. That's a long name. It'll take me a minute to write it here.
Yeah, Christmas Creature's pulling it in there now. Boy, he can't. His hand is so big he can barely get it in that cup.
Christmas Creature, all right. Christmas Creature's hand's so big,
Yeah,
he can't get it there to draw it. So the Terror, number 1, is going to draw for him, and he is number 10, Christmas Creature.
How come I'm out here, Dave Brown?
Because you're supposed to draw, you're supposed to be in this fight here.
You know that I'm retired from wrestling, right? So why am I here?
You're retired from wrestling, but you're not retired from aggravating and interfering in all the matches around the ring, and you're not retired from a fight. And this is certainly going to be a fight.
You can definitely get hurt in this one. This is definitely a fight, no doubt about it. Go ahead and draw a number there,
So
please,
I
sir.
have to be in here with 16 people that are going to have boards trying to hit.
That's right.
15. You'll have a board, though. 15 in yourself would make 16 total. And
Corey Macklin going to be in it?
no, he isn't.
Maybe he will.
And
He
leave
just
him
doesn't
alone.
know it.
Just what number are you?
Pull your number there.
You can either get pinned or...
Mike Samples, number 8. All right. This is Ron Harris. Big Don will be one of the 2 people starting. It'll be Don Harris starting against Moondog Spot, and his brother will be in number 7, Ron Harris. Got 2 more spots left. Brian Christopher with one of them here.
Number 17.
Oh, come on. There is no number 17. Only 16 spots altogether. He had that palmed. He brought that out himself.
Yeah, it's not even the right color paper.
Make him draw another one.
Yelling, that's white.
I got 17. Jeff Jarrett, you're in for it now. I'm the last man.
Oh, Christopher.
No, you're not. Draw another one.
Yeah, draw another one.
All the others yellow. Come on, draw a number out.
See, I'm always getting the shaft. Always cheating old Brian Christopher.
You're not dealing with those guys you had out here a while ago.
Man.
Number 14.
Number 14 is Brian Christopher. And let's see here.
I hope you're number 11, Mr. Marlin.
I believe that would leave one number for...
Not in it. Dave, whoever be in number 11 spot's not here at the present time, but it won't have to be a drawing. We'll just know that this week he is number 11.
He's going to be in
we'll
number
add
11.
his
We will have
name
it...
just prior to the match.
Have an added name to go in at number 11. So I'll just put like a little dash right here, and then there will be an added name at number 11 in time for the match.
This is going to be the wildest thing that's ever happened.
Sure is.
I think you're absolutely right. All right, let's take a look at it right here. Or if you give me a hand here.
Hold it here.
All right, which camera's a good one to get a shot? That one
There
right
it
there.
is.
All right, now this, keep in mind here, this is the way this is going to work for the Moondog Battle Royal. They head to the ring, they stop and pick up one of these big boards out of the garbage can on the way to the ring, and we will start with Moondog Spot and Big Don Harris in the ring. 1 minute later, Richard Lee will come out, pick up a board, he will head to the ring. A minute later, Bill Dundee. Then every minute, another wrestler will stop at the can and pick up a board and head for the ring. Number 5, Master of Terror, Danny Davis, Ron Harris, Mike Samples, Moondog Spike, the Christmas Creature, and then the special announcement will be made at match time as to who number 11 is going to be. Number 12, Jerry Lawler. Number 13, Bert Prentice. Number 14, Brian Christopher. Number 15, Master of Terror, number 1. Number 16, Jeff Jarrett. And, Eddie?
Number 11 is Eddie Marlin.
Oh, all right. Are you sure you won't do that?
I get a board, too.
Hey, well, that's an excellent point. Let me go ahead and write that in.
Yeah, let's write Eddie on
Eddie
there.
is,
You got your marker there.
It's going to be in here. Well, the marker must have rolled off the table here. That's okay. We'll put it in there later. Number 11 is going to be Eddie Marlin. You saw the rest of them. The last man to enter the ring, Jeff Jarrett. Is that an advantage to be the last one to come in there? I think most of the wrestlers would think so, that the later they enter, the better their chances. But remains to be seen, and we will find out this week when the Moondog Battle Royal takes place. We'll be back with more USWA action. You stay with us.
Sellout tonight following Silly Shockers on TV5.
Man, what a night's coming up. Eddie Marlin, I think, said it. This may be the wildest night ever in the USWA, and there have been some wild ones. I recall the concession stand brawl in Tupelo a few years ago, and what happened up in Missouri that led to that Moondogs thing with Lawler and Jarrett for so many times, and any time the Moondogs are around. But the Moondog Battle Royal. Tell you what, let's check the whole card. We'll tell you about this Battle Royal again in just a minute. The opening match, Monday night, 7:30 at the Mid-South Coliseum. A mixed tag match, and Bert Prentice can say what he wants, but I think...
Boy, that's ridiculous what he's saying, isn't it?
You know the truth, fans. There is absolutely no truth to anything he's saying, except Miss Texas was celebrating a victory there, and that videotape he showed, and the stuff he was talking about is just silly. Miss Texas and Eddie Marlin will be in there together, though, against Leslie Bellinger and Bert Prentice. The mixed tag match will be the opener, so you'll want to be there on time so you don't miss this one. Then, for lack of a better term, we're calling it the Oriental Death Match. Bill Dundee and Danny Davis going against the Masters of Terror. And let me explain it as I understand it from Danny Davis, and I may miss a fine point or two of the rules here. This is a match he saw in the Orient, but it starts out as a tag match, Dundee and Davis against both of the Masters of Terror. If one of the participants is pinned, then that man has to continue while his fresh partner, the man who was not pinned, is put in a cage or is handcuffed outside the ring and cannot get in, something like that. So the man who has just been pinned has to continue, and at that point then it would be 2 against 1. When that man is pinned again, he has a 10 count to get up and answer the bell, and if he cannot answer the bell for the next fall, the match is over, they lose. If he can get up, then his partner is released, and we're back to tag team rules.
Well, I don't know if I can remember all of that.
It's kind of complicated.
Yeah, that's it.
But when you think about it, that is the situation, and of course what Danny Davis is hoping to do is to be able to get one of the Masters of Terror out of there quickly and then continue to work on the other for what they did to him here today. The Oriental Death Match will occur Monday night. World Tag Titles will be on the line. Some special stipulations in this one for World Tag Titles. Moondogs going with Richard Lee, of course, in their corner. Ron and Don Harris, the Bruise Brothers, will have Mike Samples over in their corner. In this one, no stopping the match, no disqualification. The World Tag Championships will be on the line. The Moondogs currently holding the belts. Then, Southern Title will be on the line against one of the Valets' hair. Not real sure. We've had some volunteers to come out and support Brian Christopher, which I'm not sure was a wise idea at all, especially given the fact that Jeff has just beaten him handily for the Southern Title just a few days ago. But Jeff will put the Southern Title back on the line. Brian Christopher has refused to put his hair on the line, which is what Jeff really wanted, but he has agreed to put his valet's hair on the line. So one of the valets gets a head shave, maybe more than that, but as Lawler said, he's pretty confident that once one gets their head shaved, the rest of them are going to find the back door to the Mid-South Coliseum pretty quickly and not hang around for their haircut. Unified World Title against the Mask. Jerry Lawler will be going against the Christmas Creature in this single match, but that's not the end of it at all. The big Moondog Battle Royal coming up here. We told you about it just a few moments ago, and this is going to be the situation. You will have Moondog Spot and Big Don Harris starting it out. 1 minute later, Richard Lee will pick up a board, head for the ring, and a minute later, Bill Dundee will do the same thing. They will be followed in order by the Master of Terror number 2, Danny Davis, Ron Harris, Mike Samples, Moondog Spike, the Christmas Creature, Eddie Marlin. Jerry Lawler will be number 12. Bert Prentice will enter the ring 13th. Brian Christopher number 14, 15th. The Master of Terror number 1. And the final man to enter the ring with a board in hand will be Jeff Jarrett. As Eddie Marlin says, this has the makings of the wildest night ever in the USWA. There are other things going on there that night, too. King is here right now. Jerry, you got a special package under your arm. No purchase necessary, but some fan, I suspect, is going to take that away with them, too.
Yeah, we just want to bring this along from our friends over at Fireworks City. And, of course, you know we're getting close to celebrating, bringing in the new year. And how could you think of a better way to do it than with a little assortment like that right there? And that's going to be down there, like you said, no purchase necessary. But some lucky fan there is going to win that and do some New Year's Eve celebrating there from our friends at Fireworks City. And you know what, Dave? A couple of things I wanted to mention that sometimes goes without, you know, I guess the wrestlers don't necessarily talk about it back here, but you look at this list of guys and you see all of these guys that are going to go in there, they're going to grab a board and risk getting their brains beat out, and the first thing that's got to come to mind is, why would anybody do this? Why would you want to go in there with 15 other guys that are going to be carrying boards? Well, what they failed to mention out here, but of course all the wrestlers know it, there is a little incentive that the USWA has put up with for this match, and the fact is that not only do you get the prestige if you're the winner of outlasting those 15 other guys, but the winner of this match is going to really start off the new year right because he gets a check for $10,000. Wow. So I can assure you that the guys are going to be carrying those boards, and the last one, Jeff, is probably going to pick up the garbage can too, and there's going to be some people. I don't think there'll be many that take the coward's way and run out of there with that much money at stake, but there'll be some people carried out of that ring down there Monday night, because for that amount of money, there's some guys in here that would hit their mother over the head with a board like this. So,
probably you're right about that.
I'm not one of those, though. I'm not one of those. I do have a little world title match coming up down there. It's a return match. We all saw this Christmas Creature out here a while ago. I saw him close up there last Monday night, and I still think that this guy has come straight down from the WWF. And a lot of people, I'm sure, I've had a lot of people say that they saw me on the WWF. Saw me on the WWF wrestling shows. A lot of people said they didn't think the King would ever be there. Well, I went right up there and I sat right down beside Big Shot Vince McMahon, and I told him, you know, Vince McMahon, if you'd keep an open mind instead of an open mouth and listen to the King, you might learn something. Because you see, if the educational system was right in this country, a person could get a college degree just by listening to me talk for about 3 hours. I got some things to say, and I know what I'm talking about, and I know this Christmas Creature is from the WWF, and down there this Monday night, when I beat him, we're going to take that mask off of him, because that's the stipulation. Either the belt goes or his mask goes, and I'm going to make you this personal promise right now from the King. This belt is staying with me right here in Memphis, Tennessee, and we're going to find out exactly who that is down there Monday night.
Going to be a big night, no doubt about it, at the Mid-South Coliseum. One other thing I wanted to remind you of before we leave here, the December special continues that Eddie Marlin announced at the beginning of the month, and that is that children 12 and under, when accompanied by a paid adult admission, will be admitted to general admission free. That is the action coming up Monday night, 7:30 at the Mid-South Coliseum. Moondog Battle Royal, $10,000 to the winner. Yeah. Don't miss this one, fans. We'll be back here in just a moment. major league opponents coming up here. Mike Samples is out here along with Bert Prentice and the Bruise brothers, Ron and Don Harris.
No time limit, no disqualification, no stopping the match for any reason. The best team will win. And here they stand, and you're going to get a look at them right now. And don't say anything smart, or they may visit you, Dave.
I'm not going to say anything smart. I'm just saying it's no time limit and all that. You're talking about a match coming up later in the week. Right now, here today, they've got a match. They've got an expiration of time match coming up right here. And
who's the two geek opponents today?
I tell you what, just watch. I'm only going to tell you. Just watch right here, and you'll see who the opponents are coming out right here. And then let's see if you say anything smart.
These are the only two men in this studio today besides Bert and myself, so don't get smart.
Well, the opponents are not in the studio yet, but they are headed this direction, as a matter of fact. And just here's one of them. Here's the other one. And those are the opponents for the Bruise brothers here today. Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett against Ron and Don Harris.
This is the best you could do?
Oh, come on, Prentice. You're darn right it's the best we could do, and it's the best you need to do. The Bruise brothers may have a nice long day here today. Of course, on the other hand, Lawler and Jarrett could have a long day, too. The Bruise brothers are rugged. The Harrises are tough. They spent a lot of time in the Pacific Northwest, and they put on a lot of size, weight, and experience while they were there.
Man, they are big and tough. Let me tell you, these guys are huge in there.
They have wrestled in many different places, but in the USWA, they have a rather awesome record. They are a tough bunch in the ring right there, but they're going against a tough bunch. And Lawler and Jarrett, and Jeff Jarrett starts against one of them. I'm not sure which. I still can't tell Ron and Don apart. And the fact that they have the goatee and the way their hair is, it is just very difficult to tell them apart. I think there's a difference in the tattoos they have on their arm, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Ron and Don Harris, the Bruise brothers, and one of them swings in after Jeff. Boy, Jeff Jarrett's not wondering which one of them it is. He just wants to get out of there.
Exactly right. He doesn't really care which one it is. He just got to handle both of them at each time they're in there.
Oh, those guys swing with a lot of power in there, those Bruise brothers. Oh, he catches his brother in there, though. Jeff Jarrett.
I offered the Moondogs $5,000 to wrestle my boys on TV today, but you don't see them, do you?
No, I don't see the $5,000 either, Mike. Get us a certified check out here, and I bet Richard Lee might be willing to do business. Why would you don't like the opponents you got? Look at this. Boy, they're working over Jeff and Jerry right now, double teaming.
These are two young punks with not much experience.
Look at this. You got both your guys in there working on Jeff. It's 2 against 1.
They're trying to teach him something, Dave. He's young. They're trying to show him how to wrestle.
Lawler nailed as he came through the ropes.
This is advanced education. 2 of those guys, you learn twice as much in half the time.
Well, that's the wisdom of Mike Samples. Hey, look at this.
Yeah, the strap of the key comes down, and boy, he goes to work on the Bruise brother. Jeff's over with the other one in the corner.
You want to talk about going to school? Look out, Brian Christopher's in the ring. That's going to end this one right here.
Yeah, boy, here comes Christopher. Both of the Bruise brothers go to work on Jerry over there, while look at Christopher slam away.
He's pounding Jeff Jarrett. He is seeing that Southern Heavyweight title, which used to be his, and he knows that a match has been signed, and he's trying to work Jeff, and I have no doubt he's trying to hurt him so that Jeff can't wrestle in that match.
Christmas Creature's jumped in the thing over here. He's over choking Lawler.
He's choking Lawler. They've got a match coming up for the mask will be against the title.
Whoa, here comes Epso.
Look out, we've got a free-for-all brewing right here. We got a ring full of them.
Yeah, Bulldog Spot and Richard Lee comes in. Moondog slamming away on the Bruise brothers. They trade legs in there. Here comes Bill Dundee.
I don't even know how many of them there are. It's hard to count. There's so many of them going at it here. There goes Brian Christopher's head into the turnbuckle.
Here comes the match of the terror in there. Boy, they go after Billy.
They've already put Danny somewhat out of commission for the day anyway with that ether earlier. Now they're grabbing Bill. Lawler there to help him out a little bit.
The big Bruise Brother and Moondog Spot there trading licks outside of the ring. Here comes Danny Davis, though. Oh, we hope Danny's okay while he goes to work on the Master Terror.
The Harris brothers have just left. They got all this kind of started, and then they just walked out of here.
Yeah, and the Christmas creature walked right behind him there.
Jeff Jarrett has just nailed Brian Christopher. He and Moondog Spot double up and knock him over the top rope. And there's Mike Samples stumbling out of here. There's Christopher on the floor picking himself up.
Yeah, one of the Master Terror got hung over there with Lawler, Jarrett, and Dundee. Boy.
Let's regroup. We'll be back right after this, fans. Stay with us. Don't forget, Monday night, 7:30 at the Mid-South Coliseum. Big action coming up, and it begins with a mixed match. This one should be something to see right here. Miss Texas and Eddie Marlin in the ring, going against Leslie Bellinger and Bert Prentice. Then we're going to have the Oriental Death Match, for lack of a better term. Danny Davis in here today. The Masters of Terror came in. They sprayed ether. I know that's what it was. You could smell it in a towel, put it over his face. As a result, he requested this special match. He and Bill Dundee will be going against the Masters of Terror with the special stipulations, which could end up 2 against 1 at several different points in the match there. Then you got the World Tag Titles on the line. No stopping the match. No disqualification. Moondogs, current champions, Richard Lee in their corner, going against the Bruise Brothers, Ron and Don Harris, with Mike Samples in their corner. Southern title will be on the line. Jeff Jarrett, the new Southern champion, says, yep, I'll put it on the line, Brian Christopher, against your valets here, because I want to show that once your valets start leaving you, you're not as tough when it's just you, and that's the way he wants it, just Brian Christopher with Brian Christopher's hair on the line. So it's title against the valet's hair Monday night at the Coliseum. Unified world title against the mask of the Christmas creature as Lawler steps in there and puts the title at stake. No time limit, no disqualification on this one either. Then the Moondog Battle Royal, 16 of them. Every minute another wrestler picks up a board, heads for the ring, and the last man standing wins the Battle Royal, the prestige, and $10,000 to the winner. 7:30 Monday night. Don't forget, kids 12 and under with a paid adult admission are going to be admitted free to general admission. That's it. We hope you'll be joining us next week. Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.